dealing with the level of precision or accuracy that goes into measurement. Physics, typically we're dealing with big stuff, kilometers, light years, big stuff, really cool stuff. Chemistry, we're talking about really tiny stuff. Decimeters, deciliters, centimeters, nanometers, micrometers, stuff like that, okay? So, any questions so far? Okay. Pretty straightforward stuff, and I promise you I'm not going to be lecturing the entire time, okay? But here's a quick example of this. You've got, for example, kilo is 1,000. Have you guys all seen these before? Yeah. Okay, so you have seen this. You have not. Okay. So your basic unit here, meters, liters, grams. Okay? And you go up. So this is going bigger. This is going smaller. There are 10 of these in a deca. So like, let's say we're going to use meter, a decameter. There are 10 meters in one decameter. Okay? Hecto, 100, kilo, 1,000. Pretty basic stuff. Moving backwards, so you've got deci, centi, milli. You've got 1,000 milliliters in 1 meter, or you've got 0.001 milliliters in 1 meter. Okay, so that's that. Pretty basic stuff. If you go through and you deal with 4 kilometers into a meter, when you do that, you've got something. There's a fancy term for it, don't worry about it. But you go from 4 kilometers and you want meters. How do you do a unit conversion? Those of you guys that understand this. Yes, ma'am?
4 times 1,000.
4 times 1,000. How do you know that it's 1,000?
Because 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer.
Okay, perfect. Okay? Now there's something that I want you guys to get in the habit of doing in this class. Not that you have to do it this way, but it makes your life a lot easier. If you have another way of doing it, that's fine, okay? But what you do is you say, okay, so kilometers, you know, like if you have 4 divided by 2 and you can simplify it, simplifying a fraction, that's all we're doing, okay? So you take the kilometers, and you say 1 kilometer, and you want meters, so you've got a meter, so then that goes back into what you were saying.
Isn't that cross multiplication?
And it's kind of like cross multiplication, but cross multiplication is when it's across equals. Okay? So you've got 1,000 here, and you come in here and you cross, 4 times 1,000 gives you 4,000. Good? Questions? You guys want to try another one? Let's go, I don't know, 6 kilometers, and we want centimeters. So what do? Same steps. No one knows? Okay. So, what do we have?
Oh, okay. So we should put cm in the top and kilometers down. Right?
Yes, okay, you definitely do that. That's an advanced step. Let's try to keep it simple. Okay. So, what goes here? What are you trying to get rid of?
Kilometers.
Kilometers. Okay. So that's kilometers, and then you got 1 kilometer, and let's turn it into meters. So how many meters are in 1 kilometer?
1,000.
You guys agree with that?
Yes.
Okay? So you've got 1,000 here. Now, when you cross this off, cross and cross, is meters and centimeters, do those units match up?
No.
No, of course not. So then you have to do another unit conversion. Bam. Another one here, where we're trying to get rid of meters. We want centimeters. So, 1 meter, how many centimeters are in a meter?
100.
100. And all you do is you take 6 times 1,000 times 100, and whatever that is, gives you that answer in centimeters. Okay? This is literally the easiest way to do unit conversions that I've ever seen in my entire life. You're going to see it in all your classes in high school moving forward. If you want to do it a different way, I don't care. It's fine. This is pretty easy though. Yes?
Isn't it divide by 100 because you need to like it's a decimal?
No, because you take kilometers and kilometers, and you're crossing those off, right? And meters, so this meter and this meter, you're crossing those off. So there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So you cross those guys, this times this times this. Does that answer your question? No? Okay, what's your question?
Like if you are trying like to get something in centimeters and it's from a meter, you isn't just like you just divide it by 100?
So you're saying going from meters into centimeters, you think you should divide? Okay. So if I've got a meter, let's just think about this for a second. So if I got a meter, yeah, what is it, that big? Give or take? Most meters. A lot of centimeters in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if I have 2 of those, this one plus this one, then how many centimeters? A lot or a little? Is it going to increase or decrease? Increase. So when you're going to increase, remember you're multiplying stuff. If you're going to decrease it, then it's divided. Does that make sense? Okay. Do you want to see one where you would divide it? Okay. So here's one where you would divide it. So you take, well, actually, let's go the opposite way. Let's go centimeters and kilometers. See what that would look. Or let's go decimeters. So 6 decimeters, and we want, I don't know, what do you guys want? Decameters,
Decameters.
hectometers, kilometers, doesn't matter.
Deca.
Deca, okay, so we want decameters, okay? So, this is deci, this is deca. Little versus deca. So, really tiny stuff, intuitively, if you get something that's really, really tiny, we were talking about something that's maybe like that big, okay? And you want to go to decimeters, which is bigger than meter, is it going to be like a lot of meters or a very tiny amount?
A lot.
Tiny amount. Because this is more than a meter. This is equal to 10 meters. Okay? So, when you're doing that, you got a tiny, tiny, tiny little amount. How many of these things can fit into a meter?
10.
A lot. Okay? I don't know. It doesn't matter how much, but a whole bunch. Right? So when you take a whole bunch of these, they'll go and they'll fit into a meter. What is she looking at? What is she looking at? Notes? Okay. So you go back, you're going to do the same thing. So you go back, you're going to do your unit conversion. So a decimeter, you're trying to get rid of a decimeter. So, bam. And there's 1 decimeter, and we're going to turn it into a meter. So how many meters are there? How many meters are in a decimeter?
10.
0.1.
Dessa or deca?
We're trying to get rid of deci.
Oh, okay.
Deci. We're trying to go to deca. Deca is capital. Okay? It's like kilos is capital deca. So these guys cancel. Same deal. So 6 times 0.1, or that's multiplying by a smaller amount. Same thing here, meters, cancel, 1 meter, it's a decameters. And how many decameters are in a meter?
How many meters are in a deca?
0.1. Okay, so 6 times 0.1 times 0.1 gives you however much it is. You guys have graphing calculators?
No.
No. What is 6 times 0.1 times 0.1? Or, said another way, it is 6 times 110
0.06.
times 110. Say that as well.
Sigamos
What is it?
con las figuras.
0.06. Okay. Or you can say it this way, which is 6 times 110 times 110. Or you can divide it as well. 6 divided by 10 divided by multiplied by 10. You can do that as well. Okay? Which answers your question. That is literally the premise of unit conversions. We're going to go through a lot of these problems, but for you guys, I really want you to make sure that you are okay with this, so that way when we do the practice here in a sec, you guys have lots and lots of opportunity to figure it out. Are there any questions about this? Please ask. I love questions, especially you, please, because you look like you're zoning out right now. You're still in scuba diving. Yes, question.
Kind of get confused.
Okay.
How to get to the meters is the CN, so that's what you did right now?
Okay. Yeah, so we're going from here to here. Okay? So remember how it said little point 1 up there? See that little point 1? So there's 0.1 meters in 1 decimeter. Here you go. 0.1 meters in 1 decimeter. That's where that's coming from. This is right here. And then going from here to here, it's the same thing. So if I didn't answer your question, because sometimes I think I answer questions, and I look at your eyes and you're like, did my son's digital say? I don't know. Okay? Say something. Does it make sense? Or not? It does. Okay. Other people. Right, exactly. Funny, seriously, sometimes you guys ask a question and then I answer, and I can see it in your eyes, and you're like, I'm like, does it make sense? And you're like, wait, let me get my eyes straight. Yeah, that totally makes sense. No, it doesn't. Nothing I just told you makes sense. You're absolutely 100% confused. Ask a follow-up question. Okay? Other questions?
Lisa.
Do the girls have cooties, by the way? Is that why all the boys like cookies?
No, I thought we had to sit on our roots, because I was over there.
Oh, no, you don't.
Sorry, I'm buying.
Okay. Alright. So
Benditas
let's,
entre las mujeres.
what I want you guys to do is I want you to try going through all of these. We're going to go through them as a class. But I want you guys to try by yourself. So try maybe the first 3 by yourselves. It's okay, you put your eyeballs back in your head. Try 3. Okay? Maybe the first 3, and then your partner that's sitting next to you, try the second 3, and you guys work together. I'll be coming by answering particular questions, and then we'll work through them as a class, answering questions, and everything else. Okay? You guys will, by the end of today, you will have this mastered, I promise you. As long as you are paying attention. Okay? Are you taking notes?
Yes?
Okay, are you recording? Okay. You should have done it. What I literally do is I would record as soon as you walk in. This man.
If I record, can I put this like in a YouTube channel where only us can see it?
Sure, it's great.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
Just making sure first.
It's there.
¿Me das un papel?
There.
Voy a